In this video we'll see about data structures in Python. Data structures not in the sense of linked list, trees and more, we'll see those later. And in Python we have data structures like list, tuples, dictionaries, sets. I'll show you list. In Python we don't have arrays concept. We can use list as an array. For a list is an mutable data type, which is nothing but we can change values in between the list also. For example, to create a list, I'll write some variable name, equal to, within open close brackets we need to write items, item 1, item 2 and so on. List is an ordered sequence of values, means I'll show an example of list. For suppose I'll consider A as a list. In my list I have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an ordered sequence, not in the sense of values, like we can write 10, 5, 10 comma, sorry, like 105 comma 2 comma 0 comma 1. For in between each item we need to place a comma. It will consider it as in different items, and in the list also it will start indexing from 0, and if I print list of a of 0, it will return 105, and if I print a of 1, 2, 3, 4, array of 3 or 4, it will return 1. And I'll save the program. I'll run the program. As you can see, 105 and list out of range, because list start index from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. There is no index of 4. That's why it returned an index out of range exception. So I'll print 3. As you can see now, it printed 2 values. And similar like strings, list also have reverse indexing. Like if I print array of -1 and -3, it will print 1 and 2. See, 1 and 2. And similarly, list also has slicing concept. Same like Python, same like strings, like list of 0 to 2 will return a values of 105 and 2 with list data type. And a list can contain different data types, like I'll show one more example. Like B is a list. I'll clear this. I'll consider A again. A is a list which has a boolean data type and a float data type and as an integer data type and a string and a complex number, and I'll save the program. I'll run. I'll print it. I'll print A. As you can see, it printed successfully. Means list can contain different types of data types. Uh, unlike arrays, unlike arrays and many other programming languages, only arrays. As you can see, lists contain different types of data types. It's not mandatory that it should contain only similar data types in the list. And similarly, we'll perform few operations on the list data type, like finding length of list. To find the length of list, length is a function, and within the brackets we need to place the list variable name, and it will print the size of the list. Is nothing but 5, right? And similarly, it has count function and find function and many more functions. And one more data type is called and I'll show you one more thing. Like, many people will do mistake while writing like this. For suppose I'll write like a equal to 1 2 3 4 and b equal to a, in the sense of b is nothing but having the same array values. I'll show you. Print a, print b, and I'll save the program. I'll run it. As you can see, both are having same values. Now I'll delete a value in a. For suppose del is a function, del is a keyword, del space list of index value position is nothing but a, in the sense of 0 is 1. I'll save this, and I'll print a, I'll print b. As you can see, now it deleted in both a and b lists. The reason why, because in Python everything is object oriented. I mean, everything is in the sense of object references. Like, I'll show you an example. Here a is a list we created. It has some values like 1 2 and so on, and b equal to a, in the sense b is referencing to the same list values. Thus, in the sense, the value is deleted in both cases. So in order to have different copies of array list values, we need to copy list of items from a to b. To do this, I'll write once again a equal to, I'll clear all, a equal to 1 2 3 4 and b equal to a dot copy. Now I'll print both elements, separately. As you can see, both printed. Now I'll delete a value in a. Now I'll print both lists. Now you can see the difference. Now the value is deleted only in a list. many people will do mistakes while referencing an object in the list, and similarly it's an immutable data type, so we can assign values directly in the list. I want to change like a of 2 to 5. Now I'll print a, I'll run it. As you can see, 1 2 5 4. Initially array a list is 1 2 5 4 and index of 2 is 3 and 3 is changed to 5. And similarly, if you want to add a value after assigning, we can append to the list a dot append of object in the sense I want to assign 8. I'll save it and I'll print it. You can see, oh wait, I forgot to print a. I'll save the program. As you can see, 8 is appended at the end of the string. And similarly, we can pop the value from the string. A dot pop will pop the last element of the list. See, 8 is popped out. A pop is a function which removes the element of the particular index. If not an index, it pops the values at the end of the list. Here 8 is at the end of the list, so it is removed. If you want to remove the item which is in front of the list, so we can remove that element by giving an index value. As you can see here, pop of 0. I'll save this and I'll print that. As you can see, array is 1 2 3 4 and 8 is popped out. And similarly, when I use it pop of 0 index, the first position value is popped out. And that's it for the list data structure.